Welcome to JSS Matriculation School, Talavadi Social Class. Today I go to explain you Geography lesson number 3, Hydrological Cycle. Continue part. In the past class, I explained water on the earth and hydrological cycle, water cycle and components of hydrological cycles. Today I go to explain you forms of condensations. Already I want to explain two forms, and the next is fog. Fog is the suspended tiny water droplets or ice crystal in an air layer next to the earth surface that reduce the visibility to 1000 meter or lower. For aviation's purposes, the certines for fog is 10 km or less. The next condition is mist. Mist is the tiny droplets of water hanging in the air. These droplets form when the water vapor in the air is rapidly cooled, causing it to change from invisible gas to tiny visible water droplets. Mist less dense than fog. The next is clouds. Clouds consist of tiny water droplets, icy particles, which are so small and light in weight. Clouds are formed by microscopic drops of water or by small ice crystals. The size of the droplets generally range from a couple of microns to 100 microns. When the size of the water droplets exceeds 100 microns, it becomes rain drops. Do you know? Condensation occurs when the air gets saturated. Warm air can hold more water vapor than the cool air. Saturation occurs when the temperature drops down. The next is precipitations. So what is the meaning of that? Precipitations refers to all forms of water that fall from the clouds and reaches the earth surface. In the precipitation, for the occurrence of precipitation, clouds droplets or ice crystal must grow heavy enough to fall through the air. When the droplets grow large in size, they tend to fall. While moving down, by collecting some droplets, they become heavy enough to fall out the clouds as raindrops. Next is forms of precipitations. The form of precipitation in a region depends on the kind of weather or the climate of the region. The precipitation in the warmer part of the world is always in the form of rain or drizzle. In colder region, precipitation may fall as snow or ice. Common types of precipitation are rain, sleet, freezing rain, hail and snow. Now we are going to see that rain. The most common kind of precipitation is rain. The precipitation in the form of water droplets is called rain. The precipitation in which the size of raindrops are 0.5 mm in diameter is known as drizzle, and the raindrops with 0.5 mm in diameter is known as rain. Generally, drizzle takes place from stratus clouds. The next is sleet. The precipitation which takes place in the form of mixture of water droplets and tiny particles of ice is known as sleet. Sometimes raindrops fall through a layer of air below 0 degrees centigrade, the freezing point of water. As they fall, the raindrops freeze into solid particles of ice. So the mixture of water droplets and ice particles would fall on the earth surface. The next is freezing rain. Sometimes raindrops falling through cold air near the ground do not freeze in the air. Instead, the raindrops freeze when they touch a cold surface. This is called freezing rain. And the drops of water are usually greater than 0.5 mm in diameter. The next of forms of precipitation is hail. The precipitation, which consists of round platelets of ice which are larger than 5 mm in diameter, is called hail or hailstones. Hails forms only in cumulus clouds during thunderstorms. A hailstone starts as an ice pellet inside a cold region of a cloud. Strong droplets in the cloud carry the hailstone up and down through the cold region many times. The next is snow. Often, water vapor in a cloud is converted directly into snow pieces due to lowering of temperature. It appears like a powdery mass of ice. The precipitation in the form of powdery mass of ice is known as snowfall. It is commonly in the polar and high mountainous regions. The next point is infiltrations. Water entering the soil at the surface of the ground is termed as infiltrations. Infiltration allows the soil temporarily to store water, making it available for plants use and organism in the soil. Infiltration is an important process where rainwater soaks into the ground through the soil and underlying rock layers. Some of this water ultimately returns to the surface through springs or low spots downhill. Some of the water remains underground and is called groundwater. The rate of infiltration is influenced by the physical characteristics of the soil. Vegetative cover, moisture, content of the soil, soil temperature, and rainfall intensity. The terms infiltration and percolation are often used interchangeable.